Hello, everybody. Most of you will know me. My name's Ivy Blair, and I work with Prospects across Scotland. Some of you will know about Prospects and some of you won't. What is Prospects? It's a Christian charity that is helping churches all over Scotland to welcome people with learning disabilities into church, to bring them that good news about Jesus in a way that they can understand. And for some churches, like at Brighton's, they have a group for folks with learning disabilities to bring that Bible message in a way that folks can access. And we want people with learning disabilities, as we've seen in Brighton's, to be able to contribute to church life, to bring their gifts and talents and skills, of which they have many, to bring them to our church. And we'll all be enriched by that as we get to know each other as people, not people defined by a disability, but people defined by who God made them and the way that they are. This time of pandemic is really difficult for folks with learning disabilities. They've been isolated for a very long time. Most of them are in the vulnerable category and been isolated now for 7 months, hardly ever getting out the door in that time. A lot of you know my son, Neil, who lives in Aberdeen. And, I've seen him once this year. And so these are the kind of challenges for us. But his church in Aberdeen have been supporting him beautifully. And I'm really grateful for that. All over the country, there are, and we're talking about adults with learning disabilities, not children. We work with adults with learning disabilities, people in their 30s, 40s, 50s and beyond, as well as some younger people. And they're staying at home, many of them, with elderly parents who are also vulnerable. So it's vulnerable households. And so it's very difficult. And some of them are saying they're exhausted now. Day centres are closed, respite services are closed, clubs and activities are closed at this time. And there's good reason for that. But it's very difficult. And I've heard all over Scotland, parents saying, we're struggling on. I've heard folks with learning disabilities who can communicate it say, we're bored, we're fed up, we can't get out, and how difficult that is. Folks with learning disabilities don't always understand about coronavirus, but they know that their life has been disrupted. What can we do to help? Well, we can do simple things like being friends to folks with learning disabilities. At the Friends of Jesus group, we've continued on through Zoom through this time. And we're inviting you, if you felt that it was appropriate, to come to one of our Zoom meetings, or you might want to send a card or a letter or something to some of the guys with learning disabilities, just to say you're thinking about them. We won't give you addresses, but if you get in touch with me or with Scott, we'll be able to pass that on to people. They would be thrilled to get a card from you. Thanks for listening.